Olá, muito bom dia. Hoje, 31 de maio de 2025, 10 horas e 8 minutos pelo horário de Brasília. Estamos iniciando nossa transmissão aqui no canal WillPTV para a cobertura então, da New Shepard NS-32, lançamento então, número 4 da Blue World em 2025. Hoje, mais uma vez, mais uma missão tripulada aí da Blue World. Hoje estão aí com a seguinte tripulação, né? A Aymette, Medina, Jorge, doutora Gretchen Green, Jaime, Alemán, Jesse Williams, Mark Rocket e Paul Jeris. Então estão aí já se preparando então para, dentro de instantes, iniciarmos a transmissão diretamente do Texas, dos Estados Unidos, lá no site One, né, na plataforma de lançamento aí da New Shepard. E não se esqueça, né, de estar se inscrevendo aqui no canal, de curtir, compartilhar e também, se você puder ajudar o canal, temos aí nosso QR Code aí do Pix, né, para você fazer aí a sua contribuição. Estamos aguardando o contato então com a Blue World, lá no Texas, nos Estados Unidos, para iniciarmos então a nossa cobertura especial dentro de instantes. O WillPTV sempre mostrando tudo que acontece ao redor do mundo e também na Estação Espacial Internacional. Então vamos lá. Já então aí, New Shepard NS-32. Faltando então aí menos de 30 minutos para o lançamento. Eu vou ajustar aqui o nosso cronômetro. Portanto, já estamos ao vivo.
Venture into the unknown for our crew, who are about to embark on our 12th human space flight on New Shepard. I'm Tabitha Lipkin.
And I'm Alice Watts.
And this is NS-32.
The human need to explore is deep within all of us. Our ancestors crossed mountain ranges, sailed open oceans to...
Só estou tentando ajustar aqui o cronômetro. Cronômetro então ajustado. Estamos então já no início da nossa transmissão aí junto com a Blue World. Não se esqueça do like, hein? Deixe seu like e compartilhe.
And you know, Alice, I absolutely love watching that video before the start of a flight. It really gets me pumped up every single time. Now, once again, I am Tabitha Lipkin, and I am joined today by Alice Watts, a familiar face on the desk. Alice, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Tabitha. We are gearing up today for our 12th human flight and 32nd mission overall. What a great day to fly.
Yeah, in fact, we've got a live look right there out in West Texas. Beautiful blue skies. You know, I actually joined the team just before NS-31, and this is my second New Shepard launch. But 31 was unlike anything I had ever seen before. And Alice, you are very in tune with New Shepard.
Yes, first of all, welcome to Team Blue, Tabitha.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've been on New Shepard for a little over 8 years, and it's been incredible to watch the program grow from a small development team to flying humans to space on a regular basis. I mean, today is our 12th human flight.
It's pretty incredible. So New Shepard offers astronauts a life-changing experience. It really shifts their perspective about Earth's fragility and why it needs to be preserved. This distinguished crew includes Aymette Medina Jorge, Dr. Gretchen Green, Jaime Alemán, Jesse Williams, Mark Rocket, and Paul Jeris. But we're going to have more information on this incredible crew coming up shortly.
Yeah, so Tabitha, right now our astronauts are getting settled into their seats in the crew capsule. Now let's talk about what the crew has been up to for the last 3 days. I know we're seeing here on our screen the astronauts make their way out to the vehicle. This was footage from a little while ago.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long ago. They were getting geared up as we were getting geared up here on the desk because this is such an exciting moment out on the Rivians. So I know we have some viewers that are thinking, gosh, I want to do that too. It's at the very, very top of my bucket list, Alice, and I know it's at the top of yours as well. But here's the cool thing. You can absolutely be a part of one of our next New Shepard launches, getting to see this big, beautiful blue planet we call Earth from above the Kármán line. If you want to check out more information, you can go to our website. But for now, let's take a look at this footage and sit on this for just a second. There they are. Ring the bell. Our crew for NS-32. There's Amy, big smile. Oh, the excitement they must be feeling in this very moment. All right, we are hearing that Capcom, that's short for Capsule Communicator, is ready to do the astronaut comms check. Today, our Capcom is Sarah Knights. Let's listen in.
Forwards the mic. Laser, blue control, comm check.
Control laser, loud and clear.
Copy, I have you the same. Voyager, blue control, comm check. Copy. Pinky, blue control, comm check.
Blue control, Pinky is ready to go.
Copy.
Copy.
Marco, blue control, comm check.
Blue control, ready to go.
Copy.
Copy.
Mimic, blue control, comm check.
Blue control, Mimic, let me take shadows.
Copy.
Copy.
Kia, blue control, comm check.
Blue control, copy.
Blue control, here, A-OK.
Copy all.
Copy on.
Flight in 7, astronaut comm check complete.
Copy.
Now, we've just heard from our astronauts. They are seated in the capsule. We have received confirmation that their comm systems are working in the cabin and everyone is good to go. Our crew member 7s, now those are our astronaut trainers. They're going to continue getting them all situated and ready to fly today. Now, we have a tradition here on New Shepard. Every crew has a special name, and this crew has decided to name themselves the Pathfinders.
I think that's pretty appropriate. There goes the closing of the hatch. Oh, the excitement they must be feeling. I see them knocking, clapping. Yep. Thumbs up. Oh, what a cool moment. Now, if you're just joining us, we are about T-minus 23 and a half minutes from New Shepard's 12th human flight. Alice, what do you think is going on in their heads right now, especially now that the hatch is closed?
Yeah, you just saw the hatch close. They are very excited to begin their journey today. I'm sure there's a little nerves, but they are well prepared for what lies ahead.
Yeah, so let's really dive into the crew of NS-32. We're going to start out with seat number 1. We have Dr. Gretchen Green. She is a radiologist specializing in women's imaging with over 20 years of clinical experience, an educator, an explorer, and a lifelong space enthusiast. She first attended space camp, by the way, back in 1986, and she later worked as a crew trainer, chaired the Space Camp Alumni Association, and get this, now she serves on the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Education Foundation Board.
Now in seat number 2, we have Paul Jeris. Paul is a real estate developer and entrepreneur. He was inspired by his NASA engineer father. He grew fascinated with space at a young age. He spent many of his childhood summers on Florida's Space Coast, watching all those historic Apollo, Shuttle, Mariner, Voyager, and Viking launches.
Oh, to go back in time and to be with him, to be able to see those launches, how cool. Let's talk about seat number 3. We have Jesse Williams. Jesse is a Canadian entrepreneur and adventurer. He first started his very first digital marketing business at the age of 16 and currently serves as the CEO of Car History Group, which he founded back in 2012. He is a competitive cyclist and an avid mountaineer. Jesse, by the way, has summited 6 of the 7 highest peaks on Earth, including Mount Everest and Antarctica's Mount Vinson.
Absolutely incredible. Now in seat number 4, we have Jaime Alemán. Jaime is a Panamanian attorney, businessman, and former ambassador to the United States. Jaime serves as a senior partner at Alemán, Cordero, Galindo, and Lee, a law firm that he co-founded back in 1985. Jaime will become the first person to travel to all 193 UN-recognized countries, the North Pole, the South Pole, and now today, to space.
Just incredible. And he's also a big proponent of making sure that others reach their dreams as well. Let's talk about seat number 5. We have Amy Medina Jorge. Now, Amy is a high school and middle school STEM teacher at Odyssey Academy in Galveston, Texas. Shout out to that school today. She has led more than 60 space experiments and zero-gravity projects, including flying biometric sensors developed by her students and performing in-flight 3D printing as part of parabolic zero-G flights. Born in Puerto Rico, Amy's mission is to boost Hispanic representation in STEM fields and push for greater inclusion in science for underrepresented communities. What a cool teacher.
What a cool teacher. We're thinking the same thing. And finally, in seat number 6, we have Mark Rocket. Mark is an entrepreneur and technology leader from Christchurch, New Zealand. He is CEO of Kia Aerospace, which develops solar-powered stratospheric UAVs for aerial imaging and monitoring. Mark is also president of Aerospace New Zealand, whose mission is to promote the interests of the New Zealand aerospace community. He was also a seed investor in Rocket Lab, where he served as a co-director until 2011.
What a great crew, and it's always nice to have a Kiwi on board. But additionally, Alice, we have to talk about the patch. Some key things to look for NS-32, and their patch are the following. Take it away.
Yeah, let's take a look. All right, we're just under T-minus 20 minutes. Let's see the patch on your screen. Now take a look at that microchip, the gears, and the pi symbol down below near the names. Those represent Amy Medina Jorge's commitment to elevating Hispanic representation in STEM fields. Dr. Gretchen Green, now she's represented by the caduceus, recognizing her career as a radiologist specializing in women's imaging. And the planets inside the mission number represent Paul Jeris' passion for space and exploration.
Caduceus is a new word for me, Alice, adding it to the vocabulary. Let's talk about the Kia Parrot, represents Mars Rocket's home country of New Zealand. Jesse Williams is represented by the bike gears and Mount Everest, showcasing his passion for cycling and climbing mountains. And let's talk about that blue sky. That represents Jaime Alemán's philosophy behind pursuing his own goals and supporting others in reaching theirs. A very cool patch for an awesome crew. But right now, we actually want to take a moment to check in with the third member of our crew, Jackie Cortez, who is actually live boots on the ground out in West Texas. Jackie, what's going on? Oh, it looks like we might have a little bit of technical difficulty right now hearing Jackie. Oh, I'm so excited to hear from her in just a second. We're going to check back in with her, but for now, we're going to tell you a little bit more about New Shepard while we work on that. So if you didn't know, New Shepard offers astronauts a life-changing shift in perspective. To date, by the way, New Shepard has flown 58 humans above the Kármán line. That is 8.4% of all people above the Kármán line. And after this mission, the total number of people flown will be 64. And Alice, what is amazing is that 4 people have flown twice.
Yeah, they can't get enough. Those views out the window must be incredible. Now, Tabitha, what's cool is that New Shepard allows everyday people, just like these astronauts today, allows them to visit space. We are now operating 2 human-rated vehicles to better meet customer demand. And as always, safety is our highest value here at Blue Origin. We have built redundancy into every safety system.
But let's also, for a moment, let's go back to Jackie Cortez, who is standing by. We fixed our technical issue. Jackie, tell us more about what's going on out in West Texas.
Thanks, Tabitha. It's absolutely thrilling to be on the ground here in beautiful Van Horn, Texas for NS-32, the 32nd mission of the new Shepard system today. We have an amazing crew on board, and I'm actually right now as close as you can possibly get to the active rocket on the pad, which is incredible. So that's behind me right now. The crew is situated, and I'm sure they are so eager to fly to space and back today. Also behind me are some of their closest friends and family who are here on the ground in Texas to join them for this life-changing event. It's just the energy here is electric. Team Blue is ready to rock. And Tabitha, it's just so great to be down here today.
It certainly looks incredible. It's so great to be so close to family and friends. Jackie, we're going to continue to check in with you throughout the show. I know you're going to get to talk to them, too, when they come back from across the Kármán line, and we cannot wait to hear from our Astros as well. Okay, but let's continue talking about New Shepard, and this time, let's compare it to the new Glenn system. New Shepard is a glimpse of what lies ahead on our roadmap to space. This is not the end goal for Blue. It is just the start. Beyond what's happening out in West Texas, there are many more exciting developments ahead. New Glenn, which has already successfully completed its first mission, is ushering in a new era for Blue with orbital spaceflight.
And what a milestone that was, the New Glenn first launch. Absolutely incredible to watch. We've got some great footage here from that mission. You know, there's also been significant progress within our lunar permanence team. Now, that team's initiative is focused on establishing a lasting human presence on the moon.
Yeah, so many great things going on. I joined, like I said, just around NS-31, but how cool it would have been to be able to see New Glenn take off with my own eyes. This footage is incredible, and it really captures the spirit of Blue and the more than 10,000 employees we have here who are working on building our road to space. So New Shepard, that's just a place where we have some of our systems that we have been trying out for New Glenn. But there are a lot of people, just like our astronauts on board New Shepard today, who are waiting their turn to experience New Shepard and get that view of Earth from space. Finally getting to experience the overview effect. Let's take a look at what it's like to become a part of a very exclusive club, an astronaut aboard New Shepard.
Então, vocês estamos aí acompanhando a New Shepard NS-32. Nova missão aí tripulada. Aí da Blue Orange. Faltando aí menos de 14 minutos para o lançamento lá no site do Texas. Com a tripulação aí que vocês estão vendo aí. Com a seguinte tripulação de hoje. New Shepard então composta hoje aí, New Shepard NS-32, composta por Aymette, Medina, Jorge, doutora Gretchen Green, Jaime Alemán, Jess Williams, Mark Rocket e Paul Jeris. Então, por volta das 10 horas e 39 minutos, no horário de Brasília, então a New Shepard vai decolar mais uma vez aí no site do Texas. Nós estamos acompanhando aí vinheta dos momentos anteriores aí da New Shepard.
Okay, we are at the T-minus 13-minute mark. New Shepard is on the pad awaiting launch. Now, if you're just joining us, this is the 32nd flight for New Shepard and our 12th human flight.
Yeah, let's also talk about our nonprofit Club for the Future, because today they are sending postcards to space and back on New Shepard from space enthusiasts and partners including Space Foundation, Space Workforce for Tomorrow, and STEM Nation 2025 in partnership with the Rio Grande Valley Philanthropic Foundation and Valley and Space Center Houston. We are thrilled to support Club for the Future and inspire and mobilize the next generation to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Now, just like we've done in past missions, today's astronauts, they made their own postcards. You're seeing them right there on your screen. Every time we fly astronauts, each one will craft a postcard and take with them to space. And here they are. Alice, what do you think about these postcards you're seeing that are Astros made and this program in general?
I think this is an awesome tradition. We've been doing it since the start. The astronauts love making those postcards and bringing them with them.
Yeah, and I love seeing them too. Now, anyone can do this, of course. There's also our new digital postcard drawing tool that anyone can use to send your own card and your own art to space. Just go to draw.clubforfuture.org. One more time, that's draw.clubforfuture.org. And as we make our way to our planned liftoff time, let's take a moment. Let's toss it back to the vehicle at the launch pad as we get ready for NS-32, our 12th human flight for New Shepard.
Menos de 10 minutos aí para o lançamento. Esperamos aí que hoje não ocorra nenhum tempo de hold, né? Nenhum tempo de espera. É que o tempo flui normalmente. 10 horas e 30 minutos pelo horário de Brasília. Eu estava fazendo algumas correções aí, né? Então, fala aí. É porque faz tempinho que eu não faço transmissão ao vivo, né? Então eu tava correndo algumas coisas. Faltando então menos de 9 minutos, 35 segundos para o lançamento. Como vocês podem perceber também, né? No meu último short, aí, né? Foi... Batemos o recorde aí de visualizações aí. Foram mais de 30 mil visualizações aí no meu último short. No último lançamento chinês aí que ocorreu aí nessa semana. Foi um momento assim.
I'm hearing from Mission Control, they're ready to do the go no go poll. Let's listen in.
Então estamos aí na checagem do go no go para o lançamento.
Go.
Engineering.
Go.
This is the flight director. New Shepard is go for launch. Booster, commence the terminal count. We'll go flight.
New Shepard então foi liberado aí para o lançamento.
Controllers drop UHF voice.
Tudo em ordem.
Booster verified trajectory index 1. Vehicle trajectory
For
selected. Roll rate
control,
confirmed.
as you heard, we are go for launch. We're in the last portion of our countdown, preparing the booster.
Tudo
I'll
em
keep
ordem
you
aí para o
updated as we go
lançamento. Hein?
forward.
8 minutos.
Verifying batteries take load.
Experience space. It's a simple parabolic flight straight up and straight back down. Takes about 15 minutes.
Yeah, the New Shepard rocket has a vertical takeoff, vertical landing architecture. Let's dive in a little deeper on the flight profile.
Go.
New Shepard's mission begins when the countdown clock reaches 0. 2, 1, 0.
At this point, the engine will start and the rocket will lift off of the pad.
And liftoff.
E aí estamos vendo então o vídeo aí como será aí o lançamento, né, da Shepard. Como será então toda a sua trajetória aí do lançamento até o pouso. 7 minutos.
A moment, watching it breathe, watching this moment. We see some of our guests. Look, they're excited. They see themselves. We're excited to have them with us. This is our family and friends viewing area. In fact, this is where I was for NS-31.
Great views from that viewing stand.
Oh my gosh, it brought a tear to my eye.
We're just under T-minus 4 minutes, counting down. In about a minute, we're gonna go through our final bit checks. We'll wait to take a look for those.
I also love that we can hear the birds.
Yes.
Birds are singing.
It's a beautiful day down in West Texas.
New Shepard's about to be singing.
Lembrando que a próxima semana estará disponível já para vocês tudo que aconteceu então no mês de maio, né? Retrospectiva então no mês de maio, né? Daqui a pouquinho, então aí na próxima semana estará disponível aqui no canal pra vocês verem o que aconteceu então aí durante esse mês.
The venting that you see there on your screen is all nominal. That is part of launching rockets.
Yeah. Under 3 minutes here.
got some beautiful patina from the 12 flights that this vehicle has already flown.
Patina.
Yeah, on the side of the rocket.
That's what that is?
Things are going to start happening fast here. Shortly, you'll hear the honking of the tanks pressurizing, and the sunshade and bridge will retract.
We're listening to Capcom talk to the astronauts right now. As you can see there, our sunshades and crew access bridge is retracting from the vehicle. That bridge is what the astronauts just walked on and stepped into the hatch. It's always a good sign. We're under 2 minutes to launch.
And it does. It all happens so fast. Coming up, you're going to see the aft fin checks. Those are fins at the base of the rocket that help steer the vehicle on ascent and descent.
On the engine test, you may feel the rocket move just a little.
Great shot of the capsule. You can see those fins right at the base.
You can see there the engine nozzle gimbaling.
Light pressures. Switch to onboard helium. You can see the complete and boost ready to boost.
T-minus 30 seconds.
30 seconds to launch. Let's hand this off to Mission Control and launch this rocket.
T-minus 15 seconds, guidance internal.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff. The Shepard has cleared the tower.
That's right. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Now, if you want to follow along, take a look on your left-hand side of the screen. That's where you're going to be able to note the speed and the altitude graphics, as well as follow New Shepard's journey.
7,000 feet climb. Begin throttle down.
Coming up here shortly is max Q, maximum dynamic pressure, when the aerodynamic stresses are at the maximum.
Max Q reached, maximum dynamic pressure.
You heard it there, max Q.
Great shot looking back at Texas.
Engine back to full throttle.
Yep, past Max Q. EE3 is back up to 100%. And New Shepard is picking up speed and altitude very quickly as the air becomes thinner and thinner in that upper atmosphere.
Astronauts are experiencing about 3 Gs here. These shots are really nice. A nice clear day out in West Texas.
Fire post launch. Maintain
yeah, beautiful long-range shots.
Vehicle if you don't have steps there. Section Delta.
Going about 1,700 miles per hour and increasing.
Astronauts experiencing max ascent Gs.
Stand by, MECO.
Begin throttle down, stand by, MECO.
Stand by, MECO.
MECO is main engine cutoff.
MECO confirmed.
Stand by separation.
There we go.
Stand
MECO
by
confirmed.
separation.
Separation.
Separation is confirmed. You can perform your
Separation
0-2 plan.
confirmed. You can see on your screen now our graphics have changed a little bit. Now that the vehicles are separated, we're tracking the booster and the capsule separately as they both continue their ascent.
Ground flight, maybe accents we need.
Let's listen in.
Just a great shot.
The astronauts are experiencing zero-G right now. They're taking a look out those big, beautiful windows, getting some photos together, and you can see there on your screen, you look really carefully, you can see the capsule and the booster, coming separated and continuing their journey. Beautiful day.
That's what you got going, baby.
You can hear the voices of the astronauts. They sound so excited.
I can't wait to see the footage. Of course, we will release that footage on our social media later.
CC apogee 344,000 feet.
PM apogee 343,000 feet.
Both vehicles have reached their apogee and are beginning their descent back to Earth.
Happy cheers.
Minute warning. 1 minute warning.
You just heard from Capcom that 1 minute warning. Now that is giving the astronauts a heads up that in 1 minute they need to be back in their seats.
Really soaking up those last few seconds. Really clear day to get this shot of the booster and the capsule.
And again, on your screen, the left-hand side, those two bars, the left bar is tracking the booster descent, and the right bar is the capsule descent. Both of them are coming down about the same speed right now, but very soon they're going to hit the atmosphere, and the booster is going to come in a lot quicker due to its aerodynamic shape.
Pinky Blue Control, report on seats 1, 2, and 3.
Now that booster lands about 2 miles
PM passing
north of where we
150,000 feet.
took off.
Copy.
And it will beat the
Kia
capsule by
Blue
just
Control,
a few
report
minutes.
on seats 4, 5, and 6.
Athens active. PM passing 100,000 feet.
Copy. All astronauts in seats.
All astronauts are in their seats.
See, those wedge fins are deployed on the booster. Oh, what a beautiful shot. Now those astronauts, as they re-enter, do reach about 5 Gs just for a moment, but they should be cool and calm right now.
Yeah.
As wedge fins have deployed and the air brakes have deployed, this will slow the booster down substantially. Engine relight. and a beautiful landing for the New Shepard booster, kicking up some dust. What a sight to see.
That is right. We have booster touchdown, but the show is not over just yet. Take a look. Oh, that shot, though. Out on the pad, again, about 2 miles from where New Shepard took off.
It's just such an engineering marvel. Every time I've seen it, I've seen it down in Texas, I've seen it on the webcast, it never gets old, Tabitha. It is just so cool to see that rocket come back and land.
And the cool thing that happens also that people may not know is we go take a picture with the booster after everything's all said and done.
Yeah, we're currently getting that booster safed and ready for the crew to approach in a little bit. Oh, and there we have it. We have the capsule. There are the drogues.
Those deployed just before the main parachutes. Again, coming down a little slower than the booster because of its gumdrop shape. And there go the parachutes. Now, while these parachutes, of course, are essential in providing a gentle touchdown for the capsule, it also has a retro thrust system at the base of the capsule you'll want to look for. That's when it goes down towards West Texas. You notice all this dust comes up, but that actually means that it's making a nice soft landing for our Astros. Beautiful shot. All 3 parachutes deployed.
Parachutes look great. We're about 1,500 feet above the ground as the astronauts take a smooth, gentle ride back to Earth.
It slows down to what, 1-2 miles per hour just before it lands?
That's right. Yep.
Happy claps.
The astronauts in their seat looking up at those beautiful parachutes and looking out at those mountains.
Guadalupe Mountain National Park, about 25 miles from our site out in West Texas.
Stand by touchdown. Stand by touchdown.
You guys just did it! All right!
There we go! Touchdown! Capsule touchdown! Always incredible to see a great, easy touchdown for our New Shepard crew capsule. Now, right now, our capsule recovery team, they are currently driving out in a convoy to meet our astronauts. They are going to safe the capsule and get ready to open that hatch.
And welcome back
Alice,
to Earth.
what does it mean to safe the capsule?
Status check.
That's a great question. So when the recovery crew gets out there, they will electrically ground the vehicle because sometimes it can develop a little bit of static charge on its way back in. They're also going to get some stairs ready for the astronauts to come out of the hatch. And all the while, crew member 7 will be walking around the capsule, getting a big thumbs up and probably lots of smiles from the astronauts in there, making sure everyone is good for egress.
Excellent.
What an honor. Mission Control, you did a great job.
Thanks, Pinky.
They certainly did do a great job.
Marco, Blue Control, status check. Love you too.
And there you have a side-by-side, the capsule and the booster back in West Texas for NS-32. Now, if you're just tuning in or you just watched
Copy. I'm ready to send you again.
30-second launch of New Shepard, we have a lot more coming to you because we were actually going to hear from the astronauts in just a couple of minutes. We have our own Jackie Cortez going out to chat with them to hear more about their experience, and I can't wait to hear what they have to say.
Me neither. You saw the booster venting there. That is all normal.
Thank you, astronauts.
We vent the vehicle to make sure it's safe to approach.
What an incredible flight. Please remain in your seats for now. If you look out those windows, you may see the cars approaching.
Now, Alice, you've done this in the past, actually, gone out to capsule recovery. Tell me what this experience is like.
I have, yeah. I've been fortunate to drive out there and greet the astronauts. It's absolutely thrilling. Yeah, you get to arrive and you know, just set up everything and get all the friends and family, you know, ready to meet their loved ones that just went to space. Everyone is just so excited. And the astronauts, you know, they're usually very speechless when they come out of the capsule.
Yeah, of course. I feel like we got to give another shout out to Amy's school out in Galveston, Texas. We know you guys are still watching.
What an easy recovery this looks like. Yeah. Close to the road, little off-roading needed. The whole range we have here down in West Texas, we have hundreds, thousands of acres down here for our launch, you know, for our launch campaigns. And we've got a slew of roads that grid throughout our land that make it easy for us to access wherever the capsule may land, because the capsule lands, you know, under parachutes, so it can kind of go with the wind a little bit. So we have a grid system and know approximately where the capsule is going to land, so we take the most efficient route out there. You know, they wait at the end of the road. Here you can see the cars are stopped. We're doing just some final safing of the vehicle, like I was mentioning earlier. Yep. We give it some space, and then you'll see all of the cars, once they're all kind of lined up there, they'll go in together to meet the crew.
It's a pretty great system, a pretty efficient system as well. Gosh, you told me this when we were talking earlier, they like to also give our crew a moment in the capsule too, to really absorb what they just went through. Because it is such an incredible experience that so few humans have gotten to do at the end of the day, like to be able to see the Earth from space and get that overview effect.
Yeah, you can see the vehicles making their way in, but that's right. You know, the astronauts just went through a life-changing moment, and we do give them a minute or two to just collect themselves, soak in that moment, you know, before we open the hatch and release them back into the world, soak in that last few moments as a crew who just went to space and back.
Just kind of sitting on this for a moment. Gosh, what do you think's going on in their heads right now? I feel like I wouldn't get out of my seat. I'd be like, no, I'm okay. I'll just wait till NS-32. Thank you.
Good.
So Alice, what are we kind of looking for here? What are the sequence of procedures that are going to be rolling out over the next couple of minutes?
Yeah, so we'll see a few more vehicles arrive. We've got the ground crew in that lead vehicle along with crew member 7. They'll be the first to hop out. Like I said, they'll do kind of run around the capsule looking for those thumbs up. Then we've got our parachute recovery team who will be working in parallel with the ground recovery crew to make sure our parachutes are safe and not hung up on anything. We reuse our parachutes, so we have to take good care of them. You know, they do land on all those cactuses, so we got to make sure we don't get them too tangled. You can see there Jake Mills walking around the capsule.
One of our crew member 7. Now, if they needed to, the astronauts could open the door from the inside and get out, but typically they like to wait until the capsule is safe.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. You know, in a case of an emergency, once the capsule has landed, if the astronauts do need to get out, yes, the capsule door does open from the inside. They're able to open that and get out, again, in case of emergency. But sometimes they're just too excited. They open it themselves. So yeah, some other things that are going on right now is we've got our astronaut experience and hospitality team arriving to the scene, getting friends and family ready. Oh, and we got a beautiful shot here of the landed booster not too far away from the capsule.
Beautiful shot too of West Texas. Yeah. I geek out a lot about just this land out there. Is so cool. Very space cowboy. And I saw more cars that were arriving, and that will be having the friends and family, right?
That's right.
Bringing them to their...
Yep. Each astronaut gets a handful of people they can bring out to capsule recovery. So you'll see them get out of the Rivians here shortly. I think Jackie's arriving as well with everyone, so we'll hear from her shortly. We've, of course, got our incredible photographer and videographers out there capturing all those incredible moments. And I can't wait for those astronauts to come out of that hatch and see how they celebrate.
Yeah, me too. I just want to hear what they have to say. A great side-by-side there of the landed booster and the capsule. What is it that I'm seeing on the booster?
Yeah, we're just venting off any excess, propellant or oxidizers that we have on board. Very normal, again, just to make sure the vehicle is inert so that when the ground crew arrives to take her back to the barn where she sleeps at night, that everything is safe and ready to be handled. And then, yeah, of course, like you said earlier, we have an opportunity for not only just the astronauts, but also all of the employees down in West Texas to meet and greet with the astronauts at the landed booster and take some really cool photos.
And a big shout out to all of our employees who work in this program and all of our programs for making NS-32 happen. Just like we were talking about, they're taking that moment. The Pathfinders.
What an incredible mission. You can see we've set up the stairs. I think I'm seeing some friends and family off in the corner. Parachute recovery team, you can see them hard at work, detangling lines, getting things away from anywhere people need to walk. Hear the crew celebrating once again.
This means 64 people have flown across the Kármán line. 4 have flown twice here on New Shepard. Let's get out here and have some fun. Yeah.
Yeah, again, you can see some of our ground recovery crew making sure the vehicle hatch is ready to open, making sure that we've dotted all our I's and crossed our T's.
Yeah.
Ready to go. We've got some vehicles driving around. It's all normal. They're just getting staged.
This is just really a moment where we do check after check, make sure everything is ready to go. And of course, we're letting this breathe just a little bit so our crew can have this final moment together, really, as this team that just did something really remarkable. The Pathfinders, very, very fitting for this group.
You can see those final Rivians arriving with the friends and family. It's a really cool opportunity, actually. We've got trained people on parachute recovery, but we also get New Shepard employees the opportunity to go down and help with that recovery operation. It's a big operation. It takes lots of hands to actually just like hold the parachutes and get them organized.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a cool opportunity for folks who've never seen a launch, get to go down and get hands-on and get to go experience capsule recovery. And speaking of, I know Jackie has also never experienced capsule recovery. I'm hoping she talks about it.
Oh, I think she's going to be elated.
Because she has been involved in so much here, and so this is probably a pretty cool moment for her.
Yeah, and if you missed the top of our show, I'll just go through the crew real briefly for you guys. We have Amy Medina Jorge, Dr. Gretchen Green, Jaime Alemán, Jesse Williams, Mark Rocket, and Paul Jeris. They have named themselves the Pathfinders, and they are the crew of NS-32. Any moment now, we're going to see them coming out of the capsule, and then they will have a moment to decompress with their friends and family who have been watching excitedly from the sidelines, not just today, but I'm sure for their whole lives, you know? This is a moment that builds up for a really long time, and to finally have it and to be able to just sit and experience it, what a great thing. There is our crew right there. And I can give you a little more background on the crew as well. You know, in seat number 1, we had Dr. Gretchen Green, a radiologist specializing in women's imaging with over 20 years of clinical experience. And she has been a lifelong space enthusiast. She first attended space camp in 1986. In seat number 2, we have Paul, right? Paul Jeris is a real estate developer and entrepreneur inspired by his NASA engineer father. In seat number 3, we have Jesse Williams. Jesse, by the way, a Canadian entrepreneur and adventurer, and he has a competitive nature about him. He has also summited 6 of the 7 highest peaks on Earth, including Mount Everest and Antarctica's Mount Vinson. In seat number 4, we have Jaime Alemán. Now, he is a Panamanian attorney and businessman, as well as a former ambassador to the United States, and he has, quite the resume, because he has gone to all 193 UN-recognized countries, the North and the South Poles, and space. And seat number 5, shout out to all of the students watching Amy Medina Jorge, a high school and middle school STEM teacher at Odyssey Academy in Galveston, Texas. She also is here representing Puerto Rico, and her mission is to boost Hispanic representation in STEM fields and push for greater inclusion in science for underrepresented community. But we can't forget Mark Rocket. He's an entrepreneur and technology leader from Christchurch, New Zealand, and he was also a seed investor in Rocket Lab, where he served as co-director until 2011. And they so aptly named themselves the Pathfinders. We're taking a live look there at the capsule.
The hatch is opened. CM7 Jake Mills there.
Come on out.
All right, there's Dr. Gretchen Green.
Voyager! Oh! N-I-O! We did it!
Paul.
All right!
Jaime Alemán.
My wife. There's my wife.
Where's my wife?
I couldn't see you when you were right around.
Jesse Williams. Amy Medina Jorge. Got the flag of Puerto Rico. And Mark Rocket.
The 6 Pathfinders back here giving hugs to all of their loved ones. What a moment.
And again, we do have our Jackie Cortez. She will be able to chat with the astronauts in just a moment, but we also want to give them a moment with their friends and family. We don't want to run up and give them a microphone right away. They've got to celebrate this.
What you're seeing now, if you're just tuning in, is a live view of our capsule recovery. Those 6 astronauts, we just watched them egress from the capsule after an amazing flight to space and back. Beautiful day.
So I've actually seen how they remove the booster from the landing pad to take it back to the barn, but how do they do it with the capsule?
Yeah, it's a great question. We bring out a big, we call it the Aymette. It's a big vehicle that we pick it up and put it on there and drive it back.
Oh, easy enough.
A ton of viewers watching from Puerto Rico and Mexico
I know.
in particular right now. How does it feel to be inspiring so many people actively right this moment?
Well, it feels an honor, and I know that it is a responsibility, and I can say it in Spanish for them to understand me better. Esto demuestra que nosotros los latinos también podemos hacer los sueños una realidad. Si convertimos nuestros sueños en una meta y alcanzamos la meta trabajando duro, créanme que vale la pena. Sí se puede, no se rindan. Esto es para ustedes, por una Latinoamérica unida. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amy. Now I have to ask, you've achieved this momentous dream. You know, you have this amazing career, not just as a teacher, but as a researcher doing your zero-G parabolic flights. Now you've gone to space and become an astronaut. I have to ask, what's next?
Well, what's next? Well, if I am going to be truly honest, I will go on that capsule again right away, and I will love to go to the station. You know that my project is the ISS Mimic, which is for giving the students the opportunity to build a replica of the station with telemetry directly from space, and I will love to be with a visit to the station. So if you're hearing me, I'm ready to go.
Amy, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So appreciate it.
And to all, I mean, it's very important. Team Blue, you did such an amazing job. All the flight controllers, all the people who work with us, crew members 7, all of them, Capcom, and the team for the administration process, you know, the salespeople, they did a great job. You all do a great job. You are amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you. Now go celebrate. Enjoy.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Here,
Absolutely
you know, her
amazing
larger
words
goal
from
of
Amy.
going to the ISS. It's, I know in just a moment, we will be able to hear from more of our astronauts. And what just an incredible day. All right, and our Jackie Cortez has Dr. Gretchen Green.
Hello again. I am here with the fabulous Dr. Gretchen Green, who is not only a medical doctor, iconic medical doctor, but now she is also an astronaut. Gretchen, how was the experience?
It was perfection. There are not a lot of times in your life when most of the time you're just doing your best, struggling through the hard times, enjoying the good ones, but there are very few things in life that were true perfection. And when I looked out at space and back down to the Earth, our training was perfect. The experience from Blue Origin was just unparalleled and amazing. And that was the word that really just came to mind, was everything about it, from my crew to the Earth, and the experience was perfect and such a reward for a lifetime of work.
Well, Gretchen, we are honored to have witnessed you achieving this dream today. We are so honored. Thank you for flying with us. And now I have to ask, You are a longtime space camp, initially participant, fan, contributor. Please tell us how that led from then to now for you.
As a kid, I attended space camp when I was 12 in 1986, and I brought on board a Polaroid picture of myself from then. I also brought my original wings, and I have kept these memories as encouragement for me when I took on harder and harder academic, personal, professional, etc. challenges. And all through those times, my experience at space camp, both as a camper and then going back as a crew trainer in college, gave me that confidence to keep trying harder and harder things. And now I have served on the Space Camp Alumni Board as chair, where I've helped lead our million-plus alumni and helped train a new generation of astronauts. Now I serve on the U.S. Space and Rocket Center Education Foundation Board, and it is my greatest pleasure to serve back to help other people get inspiration, no matter where their journey takes them to space. These skills are something that we can all look up to. Education elevates everyone, and so the more we all, as a human species, can be looking up and getting those opportunities to do that, the better we will all be everywhere.
Well, Gretchen, I was contemplating adult space camp, and now you have completely pushed me over the edge. I am doing it, so thank you for that. Now, in your day job, you are a doctor, and you are really just a passionate advocate for women's health in particular. How will you carry this experience, having gone to space, into your daily life?
I think to become a physician, we have to have a lot of compassion and understanding for everyone from all walks of life and experiences, no matter where we find people. Women's health and women's imaging in particular as a radiologist was always important to me, because it's been important to me not only to study the life cycle of women's biology, which is very different, but also I enjoy working with that population. And I think having, though, that level of compassion is something that's available to all of us, no matter if you're a doctor or any job that you do, but having that compassion and that love for people is something that is a common denominator for all of us.
Well, thank you so much, Gretchen, and congratulations on becoming one of the newest astronauts. Thank you for flying with us today.
It's truly been my pleasure. Thank you.
Enjoy this experience. Thank you. Amazing words again from Dr. Gretchen Green.
She's going to keep continuing to
days at space camp to becoming an astronaut here today was truly, truly inspiring. And I think we're lucky enough to have another newly minted astronaut joining us right now. Welcome back, Jaime.
Thank you. It was such an incredible ride, and very moving, very spiritual, even better than I ever imagined. So, and for me, that I've been traveling thanks to the gods all my life, this is like the cherry on top of the cake. I mean, it's like to go up in space and see how huge it is. You can only begin to imagine how much more there is still to discover. And for Blue Origin to continue its great work and open it up to everybody. And I'm going to sign up for the trip to the space station, and I'm looking forward to that.
Hey, well, after someone like you has explored everywhere on Earth and now space, I guess the space station is the natural next stop, right?
Next stop, yeah. I feel blessed. I went to every country, to the poles, and now to space. And I never in my life imagined that I would have the opportunity to experience something like that. And the beautiful thing for me, that it just came naturally. I just travel, and one day I said, well, I'm close to finishing the countries. I did. Then I finished the poles, and all of a sudden you guys were kind enough to accept me in your program, and I feel privileged and very happy, and I hope other young people around the world go wherever you can go, explore, because exploration is the best way of learning, connecting with other people, opening up your eyes to other opportunities. So go for it. There's no limits, only the mental ones, and you can get rid of those.
Those are very inspiring words for everyone watching. And now I have to ask, Jaime, family is so important to you. So can you tell us a bit how your family encouraged today's inspiring event, how they encouraged you to go for the stars?
Well, my family has always traveled with me, thank God. So that's what I love about traveling as well. And my daughter has gone to 130 countries. Wow. And when we reached the North Pole last year in August, she said, you know what, Dad? There's only 12 people, you're the 13th, who have been to every single country in the world and who have been to both poles. But none of those other 12 have been to space. So let's do it, and let's become the first person in history to do what they call the Grand Slams. I said, Sophie, that sounds like a great idea. And then right away I contacted you people, and I was blessed enough to be here, and I'm going to celebrate big time. It's a huge personal achievement, and it's also the legacy. My wife has been to 120 countries, and my 2 boys to 70 countries. So it has been something that has kept us looking forward to future opportunities and to discovering different cultures and different beautiful nature that exists all around us. So it's really too moving. I almost feel like crying, and I felt my mother very close to me. She came like about 2 weeks ago. She came inside of me, and she accompanied me on this trip. She would always go like this when I would travel, and I'm sure it was difficult for her, going off to Africa or to wherever at 20 years of age. And she came down when I was meditating, and she said, I'm going to go with you, and she came.
Well, it is an honor to have her here with us today, watching you achieve this momentous and historic moment. Congratulations, Jaime, and please do go celebrate this incredible achievement.
Believe me, I'm gonna party tonight.
Thank you so much. What an incredible experience for these astronauts. It is an absolute honor to be here on the ground to welcome them back. Thank you so much, Tabitha. What an incredible, incredible moment. Some great advice and some very inspiring words. Hopefully all of us listening can carry that with us.
Absolutely, Jackie. Thank you for bringing us such wonderful interviews, and Jaime bringing a tear to our eyes here at the desk and hearing from
Estamos
Dr.
aqui então
Gretchen Green
encerrando
and
a nossa
Amy.
transmissão de hoje
What an incredible
aqui
crew,
no
the
canal
Pathfinder, so
WillPTV. Muito obrigado a
aptly
todos
named.
pela audiência,
Great day.
por estarem aqui
Incredible day
acompanhando
for all of us here
esta
at
mais
Blue
uma missão
Origin,
tripulada da New
and,
Shepard
our 6
NS-32
very special
da Blue
astronauts on
Origin.
board. It was an honor to fly you to
Nos
space
vemos
today.
então numa próxima
Now, if you
transmissão
would like to follow in the
via
pioneering
WillPTV.
footsteps of these astronauts and purchase a
Desligando
seat to
então aqui
space,
a nossa
visit
transmissão. Muito obrigado.
blueorigin.com and click the
Até a
Fly to
próxima.
Space button. Your journey to visit the Kármán line is closer than you think.
Yeah, and if you would like to also purchase a mission patch to commemorate today's launch, head over to Blue Origin shop for patches and much more. Here's that patch just one more time for you to take a look from today's flight.